Once upon a time, in a tranquil village nestled at the foot of a majestic mountain range, there lived a wise Zen master named Aiken. He was renowned for his wisdom, patience, and a remarkable ability to guide people towards cultivating a positive mindset. However, there was a man in the village named Koji who was known for his persistent negative thinking. Koji could find fault in even the most beautiful of days and was often lost in a cloud of pessimism. One day, Koji's friends, frustrated with his constant negativity, decided to take him to Zen master Aiken. They believed that the master's guidance could help Koji break free from his negative mindset. Reluctantly, Koji agreed to go with them. They arrived at Aiken's humble cottage and found the Zen master meditating under a cherry blossom tree. Koji, with a scowl on his face, began to complain about everything that had gone wrong in his life, from his lack of wealth to his failing health. Aiken listened patiently, and when Koji had finished his litany of complaints, Aiken spoke softly, "My dear friend, I see that you are burdened by the storms of life. But remember, the storm is just a passing cloud. It is not your permanent state. To change your life, you must change your mindset. Let me share 7 tips with you that can change your life and be success in life." The Zen master said, "Negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden. They can strangle your happiness and prevent you from reaching your potential. But just like weeds, negative thoughts can be removed. In a fast-paced, constantly connected world, it's easy to get bogged down by negative thoughts. From worries about work and money to concerns about our health and relationships, it's easy to let the negative overtake the positive. Fortunately, there are things we can do to embrace a more positive mindset. Here are 7 strategies for vanishing negative thoughts and cultivating a positive outlook on life. Number 1. Recognize when you have negative thoughts. When you have negative thoughts, it is important to first recognize them. These thoughts can come in many forms, such as worries, doubts, fears, and judgmental thoughts. Once you have identified the negative thought, you can then begin to work on changing it. One way to change a negative thought is to reframe it. For example, if you are doubting your ability to do something, you can tell yourself that you are just being cautious and that you will be able to do it. If you are afraid of something, you can tell yourself that you are just being prepared and that you will be able to handle it. Another way to change a negative thought is to challenge it. For example, if you doubt your ability to do something, you can ask yourself what evidence you have for that. If you are afraid of something, you can ask yourself what the worst that could happen is and whether you would be able to handle it. A third way to change a negative thought is to replace it with a positive one. For example, if you are worried about something, you can instead focus on the good things that are happening in your life. If you doubt your ability to do something, you can tell yourself that you are capable and that you will be able to do it. By recognizing your negative thoughts and working on changing them, you can embrace a positive mindset. Number 2. Identify the causes of your negative thoughts. Identifying the causes is a vital step in improving your overall mental well-being. Negative thinking often stems from recurrent, self-defeating patterns of thought and behavior. Understanding what triggers these thoughts can help you effectively address and manage them. There are several common factors that can contribute to negative thinking. First, perfectionism. Setting unrealistically high standards for yourself can lead to constant feelings of inadequacy, as nothing ever seems good enough. Striving for perfection often results in persistent negative thoughts. Second, rumination. Overthinking and repeatedly going over past events or mistakes can amplify negative thoughts. This mental loop can keep you stuck in a cycle of self-criticism and regret. Third, catastrophic thinking. Jumping to the worst possible conclusions about future events or situations can be a major cause of negative thoughts. Catastrophizing can make you excessively anxious and pessimistic. Fourth, black and white thinking. Viewing situations in extreme, all-or-nothing terms can lead to a distorted perception of reality. This rigid thinking style often results in negative judgments and feelings. Fifth, self-blame. Holding yourself solely responsible for negative events or problems can be a significant source of negative thinking. It's important to recognize that many factors contribute to life's challenges, and self-blame isn't always warranted. 6th, a negative self-image. A poor self-concept or low self-esteem can generate ongoing negative thoughts. Believing you are fundamentally flawed or unworthy can color your perception of yourself and your experiences. 7th, negative life experiences. Past traumatic or distressing events can leave a lasting imprint on your thoughts and emotions. These experiences may create a negative outlook and recurrent negative thoughts. By identifying the specific causes of your negative thoughts, you can begin to work on strategies to counteract them. This might involve practicing self-compassion, challenging irrational beliefs, seeking support from others, and learning healthier thinking patterns. Remember that change takes time and effort, but with persistence, you can shift towards a more positive and constructive mindset. Number 3. Rewire your brain to think more positively. The third way to remove negative thoughts and embrace a positive mindset is to rewire your brain to think more positively. This means making a conscious effort to identify and challenge negative thoughts, and replacing them with more positive ones. One way to do this is to keep a journal of your negative thoughts. When you have a negative thought, write it down and then come up with a more positive way of thinking about the situation. For example, if you're thinking, "I'm such a failure," you could journal a response like, "I've made some mistakes, but I'm learning from them and I'm determined to succeed." Another way to rewire your brain for positivity is to practice gratitude. Start each day by brainstorming a few things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Focusing on the positive things in your life can help crowd out negative thoughts. And finally, try to surround yourself with positive people. Studies have shown that the people we spend the most time with have a big impact on our mood and outlook on life. So make an effort to connect with positive, supportive people, and limit your time with energy vampires who are always complaining. Number 4, practice gratitude. One way to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. You can write down things that you're grateful for each day, or any time you feel a sense of gratitude. This can help shift your focus from negative to positive thoughts. Another way to practice gratitude is to volunteering or performing acts of kindness. This can help you feel good about yourself and also remind you of all the good in the world. You can also practice gratitude by meditating or spending time in nature. Spending time in nature can help you feel connected to something larger than yourself and remind you of the beauty in the world. Finally, you can practice gratitude by simply taking the time to notice the good things in your life. This can be anything from a beautiful sunset to a nice conversation with a friend. Paying attention to the good things can help you appreciate your life more and feel more positive. Number 5, meditate. Negative thoughts can plague our minds and cause us immense amounts of pain and suffering. They can prevent us from enjoying life and achieving our goals. However, we don't have to be controlled by our negative thoughts. There are things we can do to remove them from our minds and embrace a more positive mindset. One of the best ways to remove negative thoughts is to meditate. When we meditate, we allow ourselves to enter a state of peacefulness and calm. This can be incredibly helpful in clearing our minds of negative thoughts. The more we meditate, the more we can train our minds to focus on the positive. If we can focus on the positive, then we can start to see the negative thoughts for what they really are, just thoughts. They aren't reality. They aren't who we are. We can let them go and move on with our lives. Number 6, get enough sleep. The health benefits of sleep are well documented, from reducing stress and improving moods, to boosting brain power and immune function. But what many people don't realize is that sleep is also crucial for maintaining positive thinking and an optimistic outlook. When you're tired, it's harder to keep a positive perspective. You may find yourself dwell on negative experiences or dwell on negative thoughts. Conversely, getting enough sleep can help you to see the silver lining in any situation and interpret events in a more positive light. Sleep also allows your brain to consolidate memories and process information, which can help you to come up with creative solutions to problems. So, if you're struggling with a negative thought or situation, getting some rest may help you to see things in a new, more positive light. Of course, it's not always possible to get a full 8 hours of sleep every night. But even small changes can make a big difference. If you're struggling to shake off negative thoughts, try going to bed a little earlier or taking a nap during the day. It may take a bit of trial and error to find what works for you, but getting enough sleep is essential for maintaining a positive outlook. So, make it a priority and you're sure to see a difference in your thinking and your mood. Number 7, exercise. If you want to instantly shift your mood and outlook, go for a run or do some other form of exercise. It doesn't have to be anything too strenuous, but getting your body moving and your heart rate up will help to release endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Exercise is also a great way to distract you from negative thoughts. When you're focused on completing a set of reps or making it to the end of your run, you're not going to be dwelling on whatever is bothering you. And, even after you're done working out, you'll likely still feel the positive effects of the endorphins for some time. In addition to the mood benefits, exercise is also good for your physical health. It can help to reduce stress levels, improve your sleep, and increase your energy levels. So, if you're feeling down, go for a walk or hit the gym. It could be just what you need to turn things around. If you find yourself stuck in negative thinking patterns, there are some things you can do to help turn your thoughts around. By consciously making an effort to reframe your thoughts, changing your environment, and practicing gratitude, you can train your brain to start thinking more positively. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, take a step back and examine your thoughts. If you can identify the thoughts that are causing you to feel down, you can start to challenge and reframe them. Paying attention to your physical environment and making an effort to surround yourself with positive stimuli can also help to promote positive thinking. And finally, practicing gratitude can help you to focus on the good in your life and the aspects of your life that you are thankful for. All of these things can help to create a more positive mindset.